Hey guys, what's up? It's time for gaming here. I'm back with another Medieval 2 Total War video, and this time it's just a 1v1 that I played against the Germans. My opponent is Superdjomla, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. But what happened here is I've been playing as the French, and I decided I wanted to go on the right part of the battlefield, so I would be pointing towards him because I thought he would be placing his men in the center of the battlefield. But I guess he had the same idea as I did, kind of. So I decide I need to rearrange my men so they're facing towards him, and I do have some trebuchets because there was no rules in this battle. I'm going to basically give my men some cover. I'm just going to unload on him because he did say he was a new player, so I am hoping that he's going to freak out and not sure what to do. First off, I do start firing diseased cows at him because what diseased cows do is when it hits your unit, it makes them rout quicker. Like, it lowers morale. It's just not good. You do not want your men to get infected. And I don't know how they didn't get infected right there, because that cow literally just hit them. So yeah, he does have some gunmen, arquebusers, I think that's how you pronounce them, and some Pavese crossbowmen. So a total, he's got 1, 2, 3 units of missiles. I also do have 3 units as well. I also have arquebusers, and I will win this missile fight because he only has 2 gunmen and a crossbowman. So I will win the missile fight. It looks like that, at least. For my infantry, I do have some pike militia, which I am going to mix in with my first line of dismounted chivalric knights. This was my 3rd battle that I ever played, so I could say I was a little bit newbie, and I brought 6 units of chivalric knights when I should have only brought 4, and I would have had some more money to spend on some other units. But anyways, I got this first line up here in case they try to do a cav charge, and I have these men back here to support them. So right now I'm moving my arquebusers up so I can start firing at his soldiers. He is moving his cav to the left flank, and I do start to move mine to the left flank. He does also move some armored sergeants. He does have some artillery back here, which I did hit with a diseased cow, but it doesn't really matter because they're not going to be doing much actual fighting. So for his army, he does have some cav, as do I. And he's got 3 units of dismounted Gothic Knights and 3 units of dismounted Feudal Knights. These Gothic Knights are good for charging, head-on in enemy lines, but in drawn-out battles, they will lose to my dismounted Chivalric Knights, so I do have an advantage there. And his Feudal Knights are also worse than my Chivalric Knights, so my 6 units of Chivalric Knights alone would probably be able to take these 6 units. So I'm confident with the infantry battle, and I'm very confident with the missile battle. I'm not the 2 best at cav battle, so he does start sending his armored sergeants at me, and I do charge him, which is a pretty stupid move because you don't want to charge spearmen or pikemen with cav, but I did do it, and I ended up taking out like half the unit. And I take my lancers, and basically I'm just trying to lure these guys over to my lines so my gunmen can attack them. And I don't believe I actually lose any units out of that. I might lose him because he's being a straggler. But I do take out half the unit of the spearmen, and I'm just reforming my lines back here. My gunmen, I have only lost 1, 2, 3, couple guys in that unit, and I'm already starting to tear apart his units of arquebusers. So while this is just going on, nothing too much special. I should have probably stopped firing the diseased cows at these guys because they have already been diseased, but it doesn't really matter because I got fucking trebuchets, and trebuchets are awesome. No, I didn't have too much money after making my army, so I just bought trebuchets. And I do get an amazing charge here. His pikemen didn't have their lances or their pikes lowered, and I end up routing both units of the Pavese crossbowmen and the pikemen. So, and I only lost 1, 2, 3, 4 cavalry, and I took out, and I made 3 units rout, and so that was pretty impressive. And I guess he did. Wait, no, those are arquebusers. So yeah, he only had 2 missiles, or 2 gun missiles, and 1 crossbow unit. So yes, I completely annihilated with the missile battle, and I still got lots of my my cavalry over here. So I got 2 units of cav over there, and I do have 3 units of cav over here, so I did have 5 cav, and his cav start charging right from my lines at my arquebusers, so I'm like, oh crap, I'm screwed. I gotta take these guys and counter it. But what happens is, right before he gets the charge off, he turns away. I got so freaking lucky on that. I ended up losing only 1 guy, which was stupid circumstances, and I do get a good charge on him, but then he does get a good charge on my men. But over here, my lancers, they did get a pretty good charge on these arquebusers. Lots of them did get killed by the spearmen. That's what I was talking about. And they get a pretty good charge on this cav over here. So I'm annihilating this cav, pretty much. And right now he's getting really desperate because he only has his Landsknecht pikeman left. So he just takes his infantry and a unit cav and charges me. This is pretty much his only strategy, only thing he can do because I am annihilating him. And I get a freaking excuse me, I get a freaking amazing cav charge at him. But actually no, I didn't get that good of a cav charge. I did pretty well, I guess, but his men do kind of surround and move into my lines of my cavalry, and my cavalry do get beat. So that was definitely a flaw of mine. I should have just backed him out right away. And he takes these pikemen and he points them towards my cav, thinking that I'm going to charge him. And no, I'm not that stupid. I might kill one of them, but he would take out half a unit of my cav before I did any actual damage. So over here, I still got all my lines in shape. I'm firing my trebuchets. One got destroyed. Big deal, whatever. And I'm taking my arquebusters, and I'm going to move him over to this flank right here so I can start getting an angled shot at him while he's marching towards me. So my cav, they do start to rout, and my remaining cav I just bring back here. And he knows, yeah, he's about to charge me with this cav, but he does back away at the last second because he does see that I do have these pike militia. And his pike militia are his cav are useless against my pike militia. So he's just forming his battle lines here. He's got some arquebusters mixed in there. Nothing really strategic there. So I do take my back line of my dismounted chivalric knights, and I do start to charge him. Some of his armored sergeants get in my way, but nothing too bad. And I do charge him, and his cav, I don't believe, get a really good charge on me. Then in a little bit, I'm about to take the rest of these chivalric knights and pike militia, and I am going to charge him. And yeah, even with just a couple units of chivalric knights, dismounted ones, sorry, I'm already making some of his men out. Granted, it's only one unit, but I still made out maybe 7. All right, whatever. So I do start to take the rest of my forces, and I take my cavalry, which are diseased, and start diseasing my other men. And I decide, whatever, I'll make a small charge, and it's pretty successful. I run right into his cav. He's still got some Pavese crossbowmen back there, which will kind of play into effect a little bit later in the battle. But yeah, I'm just unloading on him with flaming rocks or whatever from my trebuchets. And this is where I start to send out my dismounted chivalric knights. And I believe I do send out my pikemen next, but some of them are still fighting some feudal knights over here. So yeah, it looks like by stats going, I've killed 57% of his men, and he's killed 37% of mine. And I do look like I'm winning. I definitely still have tons of men left. So yeah, here's his general's bodyguard. I'm not sure if his general is even alive at this point. I think he was killed by now. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, all his men start to rout very quickly. He's retreating back. He's moving his other Pavese crossbowmen back further, and he's going to basically move his infantry in a line in front of that, and he's going to try to get a couple shots off at me while I charge him. He still got that ballista back there, which is really annoying. I hate artillery. That's why usually when I host a game, one of my biggest rules is no artillery. I don't mind elephants because if I see someone playing as the Timurids, I just get a whole bunch of javelin men because javelins will wreck elephants. The elephants will get a couple kills before they're all dead. So if you guys didn't know that, that's pretty much the only way of fighting elephants. One of the easiest and cheapest effective ways. Just use crossbowmen. So I'm just basically getting my lines together. I think these guys I just charged them in, sacrifice kind of. I didn't mean to. Micromanaging problems, but these men are just all bundled up right here, and if he did hit me with his artillery, get a lucky shot off, he would kill about 20 guys easily, and that, I don't know at this point if it would really affect me at all, but I do take some chivalric knights and some pikemen, and I'm about to annihilate these units of arquebusters with my pikemen, and then my chivalric knights, and it's so epic, and I do get a crazy hit with my trebuchet and burn half the unit, so that's looking good, and these guys are about to rout any second. And he knows he's screwed. He's moving back a little bit. He's still got some dismounted Gothic knights back here, which I'm not too sure why he just has them back there. I would have them up here with my guys, but no. Oh yes, he does still have his general, so he does have a little bit of morale. But at this point, the battle's already lost. I still got tons. Yeah, all these guys coming in to help. And even without those guys, I'm pretty confident I would have won with these men up here. And all his men start routing. I do take these dismounted chivalric knights, and I do attack his ballistas because they're just so freaking annoying. I don't like him, and he still thinks he's got a chance because he's moving these crossbowmen back. It's worthless, and for some weird reason, one of my guys starts fighting he starts routing. We're winning the battle completely. We're owning, and he just starts routing. It's 1 unit, I believe. 6 units, or 6 guys. That's pretty pathetic, but funny. So yeah, his Gothic Knights, they don't stand a chance because they can't do good in drawn out battles. And you can see my one chivalric knight beating the shit out of that Gothic Knight. And yeah, oh, he switches guys, but whatever. Yeah, I do like to zone in on one guy and just follow everything that he does. I find it pretty amusing, and it's definitely fun if you know you're winning a battle. And so yeah, I attack his arquebusters, and he sends his Gothic Knights in, so my guys start routing. Big deal. And you know a guy is desperate when he takes his artillery crew and charges your main force. That's an obvious sign of desperation. Is that how you say it? But I did have some peasants over there that I never even moved into position. I was going to use them as bait for his gunmen while I got some fire off. But I did end up charging them at his crossbowmen. So I did have 75 peasants just sitting over there this whole time, and I never even knew it. And even with me winning the battle by so much, I do still have 18 chivalric knights retreating with those other cowards that retreated earlier. So these guys are about to rout any second. Right now they're thinking in their minds, oh, we still got a chance, we could fight off the French, but no, they start routing like 1, 2, 3. It's so funny, and especially that little cav charge, even though it was 3 cavalry, it still affects morale a lot because when you see one of your buddies get run over by a horse, you know shit's going down. Yeah, 2 guys start fighting to the death, or 2 units, and the other guys follow real quick with routing. So it's easy to say. I can definitely say with confidence that I won this battle. Yes, everyone starts routing because he does admit defeat. So this was my 3rd match ever playing on here, and I thought it went pretty successful. It was fun. I love it. I'll definitely be posting more of these videos in the future. I'll be posting more videos with crews because if you haven't seen my first video of the Coward Assassin one, I would go check that out. I'll probably put that in the description below. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment what you guys thought. And please subscribe for some more great daily content, and I'll see you all later.